No, the devil works
Your career to Ali Lotti need to be stopped.
hard, but Ali Lotti does indeed work a little harder. So I want to issue a public apology to the Juice World community because I see what you guys are saying now. I'm very careful using my platform to speak on other people's character with conviction because the way I do things, if I don't know someone personally, I'm going to proceed with caution until a situation like this. Ain't no proceeding with caution for this one. It's very evident to me that Ali Lotti, Juice World's former girlfriend, does not have an ounce of respect for his family or his loved ones and all the people closest to him who loved him. As we're approaching the third anniversary of the late Juice WRLD's passing, I sit and watch the actions and words of Ali Lotti and ask myself, is this the words of the woman who claimed to love the late Juice WRLD? Because if this is what love looks like, I'd rather be single till my ass sees the motherfucking reaper. About a week ago, we spoke on a story related to the late Juice WRLD and his former girlfriend, Ali Lotti. That story was regarding Ali and her allegedly new boyfriend who was seen wearing a watch that Juice WRLD gifted Ali when he was alive. The message and takeaway of that video was one thing: Juice WRLD fans, stop paying attention to what Ali Lotti has to say and start paying attention to the real things, the things that matter in regards to Juice. We briefly spoke on some of the great things his mother, Carmela Wallace, has been doing ever since her son passed close to 3 years ago. I'm happy that I could use that negative story and shine a light on all the dope and meaningful work Carmela has been doing, and once again, shout out to her because I think she turned something so tragic, losing her son, to an extremely positive thing, which is helping people. I gotta say this though, I do actually now realize why Juice fans pay so much attention to Ali Lotti, and that's why I also want to apologize to the community. I think y'all are just taking it more seriously than I was, and I'm not afraid to admit that. Some of those comments I made in that video were misinformed, and those comments came from my ignorance to this whole thing. I said that what she, Ali, does and says doesn't have an impact on Juice WRLD's legacy. Clearly it does because I'm making this video. I also said that she was never really a big part of his music, which that's a false statement. I don't really realize how closely connected she was to everything he was doing. One reason why Juice fans have cared so much about Ali is because a lot of the fans look at her and see a living part of Juice. Even with that being said, I still stand by what I said because from my perspective, Ali Lotti wasn't actually a big part of Juice from my lens. I mean, I don't really have too many, or if any, actually mental connections to her when I think about Juice, and that's because I purposely avoided paying attention to the relationship, something I do with every artist. I don't know about you, but me, I like remembering artists by their work and the impact that they themselves made.
Yeah, I don't really care about, these rappers, relationships and shit like that.
Not anything outside of that. I appreciate all the Juice fans who reached out and tapped in about what I said, because I understand now, okay? I get it now, guys. As for this story right here, the other day, Ali Lotti hopped on Instagram Live and made some egregious claims regarding the death of Juice WRLD. Ali Lotti, in a very chaotic video where she doesn't look all the way there, stated that Juice did not die from an overdose. Check out the video.
Out of me, this so sucks my dick. You don't know that nigga.
Wait a second, did she just say nigga? Yeah, somebody gotta check her on that.
He wasn't even give a shit. The piss on him, you fucking were on fire, you know?
She look like she freestyling, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It seems like she freestyle. I ain't gonna
Like, at all. At all. Y'all imagine, literally, I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You guys think he died from a drug overdose. You're wrong. You're wrong. Literally.
Then what did he die from? What did he die from?
You're wrong. So suck a dick. Okay? Suck a dick. There's a lot of shit y'all don't know that I fucking grieve through myself while I let y'all grieve and talk mad shit on me. I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead and be what y'all want me to be, which is me. Okay? All 10 fucking K of y'all. And they like that Barbie, bitch.
So the response to this has been like expected. Juice fans are going off on her, like they should. A lot of people close to Juice have also spoken up about it. DJ Scheme, who is extremely close to Juice, said the following on Twitter: "Sorry to the fans, y'all don't deserve this." DJ Scheme is right, the fans don't deserve this. I think one of the saddest things about the situation is the only people who truly get hurt from this is Juice's family. As a 3rd year anniversary of their loved one's passing is approaching, this is the shit they gotta see on the timeline. This is the conversation being had about Juice. A bunch of speculations and baseless claims about the fact that he did not die from an overdose. It's also sad how this is coming from a person who claims they love Juice, who professes the love they had for him, and yet here they are confusing the fan base and disrespecting his family by making claims that really have no validity to them. I don't really think Ali Lotti cares too much about that though. As far as I can see, this is a move motivated by promoting her OnlyFans. Attention is clearly the motivation here, and it's working, but at what cost? cost. At the cost of his family's pain, at the cost of his family not being able to escape these conversations that are clearly clouding what's supposed to be a time to celebrate the late Juice WRLD's existence. There's no conspiracy here, y'all. Juice died from an overdose, a very tragic and unfortunate one at that. What is Ali even talking about here? If this wasn't the case, well, best believe that we all would know that because of the autopsy results.
On the post-mortem examination, a medical examiner, okay, not Ali Lotti, a medical examiner at the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office revealed that Juice died as a result of oxycodone and codeine toxicity. As stated by the examiners, Juice went into convulsions, in other words, sudden and irregular movements, which was directly caused by the drugs he had ingested. The federal agents who were searching the private jet after they got word that it had a bunch of guns and drugs in it, I'm sorry for the noise in the background, gave Juice Narcan, a medicine that's used in a suspected overdose that directly reverses an opioid overdose. But that attempt to save Juice's life was unsuccessful. They rushed him to the hospital and unfortunately, Juice WRLD was pronounced dead a few hours later at the Advocate Christ Medical Center in Chicago. So Juice's death was accidental. There's no conspiracy. He happened to take more drugs than his human body could handle, and we lost him because of that. It's just very unfortunate that a person who was so close to him is out here trying to push some false narrative for their own personal agenda. I doubt that a person who would say something like this publicly at a time like this actually cared for the person they're speaking like this about. I mean, she definitely knows what this is going to do. It's going to put a lot of fans in a state of confusion, bring a lot of attention her way. That's obviously, you know, the purpose of this entire thing. It's also going to feed a conspiracy that's completely groundless for the sake of what? Promoting your side gig and get clout off Juice. This is not only disrespectful to the late Juice, this is not only disrespectful to his fans and his family, obviously, and his friends, but it's also a slap in the face to all the people out there who, just like Juice, struggle with addiction. Did y'all know that a lot of people, mainly teenagers, quit drugs after Juice's passing? Ask me how I know this. How do you know this, Blackie? Well, my friend, because I got the fucking messages in my DMs. Juice was a prominent artist on my channel and still is, but I remember how after Juice died, a lot of his young fans who were rocking with me and tuning into the conversations we had about Juice who followed me told me that they quit because Juice died in an extremely tragic fashion and they don't want to end up like that. Y'all gotta realize that Juice WRLD's passing and existence actually had more impact on people giving up the drugs than actually doing the damn drugs. So I don't think we should entertain the theory that Juice died from something that's not an
Accidental overdose, because that's directly going against everything.
This man really got fans. Even his fans do not want to quit drugs, like for respect of their like favorite artists, man.
Juice was out here trying to do with his
music. And it's ironic because Ali Lotti herself at the scene, spoke to officers and gave a testimony saying that Juice took Percocet pills, and she added that he had a drug problem. What Ali's doing here is literally the devil's work. I mean, just the energy she had on that live actually creeped me out. How could you claim to love someone and do them and their people this dirty? How could you make statements like these and still claim to love Juice? I mean, the whole setup of this entire thing, she's in a car blasting Lil Durk, talking about killing his ops, screaming at his fans, disrespecting his family by making up conspiracies about how he died, even though she knows damn well that's not how he died. Like I said, this right here is the devil's work. And somebody needs to take away Ali Lotti's phone, because the way she's moving, she shouldn't have access to the internet right now. A message to Juice WRLD's team and family: if you guys don't stop this woman, what's gonna happen is this: she's gonna keep on running up her money on the behalf of Juice WRLD's name. If you guys want to stop her, this is what you do, and it's really simple. I promise you, this is gonna put this entire thing to rest. You either file a defamation lawsuit against her, or you simply threaten with legal action. I would take the defamation lawsuit route because she did in fact make a bunch of statements that can be objectively proven false in the court of law. And these statements that she made are in fact damaging to the late Jared Higgins' name and brand, and since he's not here to defend himself, Juice WRLD's estate should be talking to lawyers right now. Ali Lotti intentionally made false statements and acted with extreme recklessness, which directly caused reputational harm to Jared Higgins, also known as Juice WRLD. She's putting his name and brand in jeopardy with her words. If Juice WRLD's estate and legal team doesn't take this serious enough to at least threaten with legal action, personally I think that's a huge mistake, and I think that's going to result in grave danger to Juice WRLD's name, and his reputation will be compromised. We're talking about some really serious stuff right here. Essentially what we have is a person making completely baseless claims, which yet again can't be proven false in the court of law by asserting those claims as the truth. For an artist as successful as Juice WRLD was, if this doesn't get dealt with, I think that's a problem. Anyway, like this video if you enjoyed it.
Okay, that's the video. What y'all think about this Ali Lotti girl? Like, she's saying like Juice WRLD didn't die and drug overdose then, but like, what did she? But what did he die from? So then, what did he die from? Like, don't be around the bush. What did he die from, bro? Like, the fans want to know. Like, people want to know. Like, since you want to say he didn't die from overdose, then what did he die from? So yeah, bro. Like, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. So if you're checking out, you are.